What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How are you all doing this evening? Welcome back to The Chair, provided by Coocumber Reviews. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can tell by the t-shirt that I'm wearing, I am now finally ready to talk about the Resident Evil film. Welcome to Raccoon City, ladies and gentlemen. I am a huge fan of the games. I've played the remake of 1, 2, and 3. I've played 4. 5 was the first one I ever played. So, I love the games, and I somewhat have a very... I would say maybe like a minuscule understanding of the characters and their personalities. I know the story, I know the creatures, I know the location. So when I had seen what they were doing with this movie, I was hyped. And opening day, I went and seen it, the last show, with two of my friends who are also big Resident Evil fans. And probably not going to surprise a lot of you, I actually really enjoyed this movie. I honestly went to the movie to see basically one thing, and that was the mansion, because we have never gotten a movie about the Arklay Mansion incident. Now, you could honestly argue and say, well, this movie is not mainly focused on the Arklay Mansion incident, and no, it is not. But I would just go ahead and say what I liked about this movie. I liked the locations. I loved the attention to detail that they gave in the mansion. I love how the attention to detail they gave to the police station. I liked what they did with, showing us that people were slowly turning into zombies. This movie honestly gave me a crazy remake vibe, and I like that movie. So I actually enjoyed this movie for what it was, how the virus got started, and slowly people turning into zombies. Now, that doesn't mean that this movie is all that's cracked up to be, because I'm just going to go ahead and say the characters in this movie, only two of them are actually like their game counterparts, and that is Claire and Chris. This is pretty much a Claire movie. Claire is played wonderfully in this movie. Chris is played wonderfully. The effects in this movie are also not that good to write home about, because I will give Paul W.S. Anderson's movies on this. Whenever they use dogs, at least in the first two movies, the dogs were like really there, and they used CGI only to make them look a little bit more dead, whereas you can tell that nothing's there. So, there's that. But Claire and Chris are really the only two characters that are how they are in the games. Jill, nothing like how she is in the games. Wesker, same thing. Even though I did think that what they were doing with him was very interesting. Barry's not even in this movie. Now, a lot of people are going to say that probably Leon is nothing like how he is in the games, but I kind of like what they did with it. He's a rookie cop, so he's getting teased, like they're hazing him for being the rookie. But they do kind of make him seem incompetent, and that's not how Leon is. Leon in the games is somebody, he's a rookie cop. He comes into Raccoon City, he's late because he overslept and he just broke up with his girlfriend. So when he arrives in Raccoon City, everything's already gone to heck. And, he's just there reporting for duty, and he has to step up and become that main man, and we just don't get that here. I mean, the guy who plays him, the guy who played Beck in Victorious, I thought he was actually a good choice for Leon, but, I don't understand, why they had him be, he's funny, sometimes, because, in Resident Evil 4, after, you deal with the villagers, he's like, where's everybody going? Bingo. So, Leon is known for some funny lines. But, I just didn't really get that, oh, here's this rookie cop who has to go to a main man, who basically has to man up and do whatever he needs to do to survive and get through, because there's teams, and when it comes to Resident Evil, it's always either Jill and Chris or Claire and Leon. Claire and Leon, when they meet up, there's no real chemistry. It's just like, oh, hey, you're here, hey, you're kind of incompetent. Why are you a cop? That kind of thing. And you just don't get that good vibe. Like I said, I love how Claire was portrayed. This is her movie. I thought actually how they were able to kind of combine the stories of Resident Evil 1, 2, and there's some bits of 3 in this movie, and how they're able to collaborate them together. And, maybe you could argue that, having it all take place in one night isn't a good thing, but I enjoyed it. And they had everything meet up, from the mansion to the orphanage, and from the remake of Resident Evil 2, along with the police station. Everything connects, and I thought that it was actually paced fairly well. Now, there are some times in this movie that I cringe. Like I said, the effects are not that good, and some things are rushed. The ending is rushed, transformations are rushed, and we do get a lot of Easter eggs. And my favorite, like I said, my main reason for coming to this movie was I wanted to see the mansion, and I got what I wanted. So that's why I enjoyed this movie. As an overall zombie film, I would give it, it's probably maybe a B to a C plus. But as a Resident Evil adaptation, with them doing what they did with the characters, maybe I would honestly give it maybe a, if I'm being generous, maybe a C minus. I enjoyed this a lot better than the Paul W.S. Anderson movies. Guys, put in the comments below, what did you think of Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City? Are you going to watch it again? Did you like it? What were your thoughts? I really want to know. Don't forget to elbow drop that like button. Don't forget to go for the 1, 2, 3 on that subscribe button. And have a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holiday. Bye, guys.